Hello, hello, hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. And it is time to continue with Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. We have last left off in Medovsky's residence. And, well, we have to figure out what's going on. So let's see. What we got here? It seems that this Medovsky fellow is behind things. Interesting.
It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box.
Yeah.
It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box.
Okay.
The catch had snapped.
Interesting.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Hobbs, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important, I'm sure of it.
Okay, let's take a look at the cabinet.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card.
Okay.
It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions.
Yeah.
A Russian imperial egg.
Looks like a
It looked
Fabergé
rather
egg.
plain.
Yeah.
See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.
Okay, what's this?
It was a thank you note from a British politician.
Yeah.
Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869.
Interesting. And the medal.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society.
Yeah, really?
It was Hobbs's business card. I'd already taken the address down.
No.
The note read, L. Serp Drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken.
Yeah. Okay.
It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
It's like my boss said, the guy wants to be a player.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly.
Yeah.
Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
Yeah.
Russian novels. Medovsky was clearly a big Tolstoy fan.
Yeah, I would say that.
Medovsky had an extensive collection of management books. The 7 Secrets of Leadership, 2009. The Business Bonaparte, 1983. Office Eagle or Management Mouse, 1998.
Yeah.
Leather-bound classics, bought by the yard, no doubt.
Yeah. Alright, let's take a look at this typewriter.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Yeah, but it's gonna probably echo a similar keyboard.
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Well, actually, the most important ones are right here. One. No, this would be one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we'll remember it, hopefully. Let's go back to the cigarette box. Yeah, so we need to open that. Let's use the coin.
By
with
extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that. Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security.
Yep.
Keys are always useful.
Okay.
It was locked.
Hey, idiot, we picked up the key.
The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna check out the study.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls. The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper. The drawer was open. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper.
Okay.
These paintings would have kept a critic enraptured for hours, but I didn't have time to dwell. The painting reminded me of my Aunt Maud. I'd never liked her.
Okay.
The desk was magnificent.
Look at that. So... we have to push the right buttons in order. Luckily, I know which ones I'm going to have to press because I got the image here.
A secret drawer popped open.
Aha!
I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets.
Yeah, Leo
It
has the
certainly
answer.
wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer. Hey, Nico! Come see this! I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see. Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, one helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex, Hotel Britannique, pizza. Nico, pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Georges, what have we got ourselves into? I just heard the front door close. Mudovsky's coming. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right.
Yep. Moments later.
He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Georges, the coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
Coin's gonna look mysterious or not. I don't know.
I
don't think so.
apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Oh, yes.
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure. Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
Yeah.
Is that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly left quite an impression on Libya.
Yeah.
So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of what you Americans call the greenback.
Yep. Love of money.
You must be upset at the theft of La Malediccio.
Yes, and disappointed that someone would kill for such a minor piece.
Mm-hmm.
So this Hobbs guy, good friend of yours, is he?
No, we simply have a business arrangement. We've been through this already.
Okay.
Now please, if you're quite finished, I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Yep.
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, Georges.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, let's hope.
Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi!
Now we know where we're going next, Hobbs' residence.
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Ugh.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediccio.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Yeah.
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock.
Okay. Alright, let's check what's in the back window here.
The van's window looked like it hadn't been washed for years.
Of course.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Okay.
Slasha.
Jesus, look at the state of this car.
Not a sound. The horn wasn't working. I popped open the van's hood.
Okay. Okay.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere.
Alright.
It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it.
Okay.
It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it.
How in the world does this thing stay in?
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn somehow. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. A loose wire.
Hey. Check this pile of junk here, George. You can find something.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
Uh-oh.
George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Yeah.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you.
Great.
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
Yep.
You got it.
Nave is an arse.
I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
Now I have 2 lengths of long wire. Alright.
The engine bay was a mess.
Okay. Alright. Now.
I snipped the wire in half.
That will work. We got the horn.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn had power.
All right.
It was a thick metal security door. Hobbs clearly took his security seriously.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
Let's check the letterbox.
It was Hobbs's mailbox.
Yeah.
There was a note hanging out.
Oh?
For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
All right. So now we have this letter.
I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful.
Okay. This is gonna be tricky.
I figured that should get Hobbs's attention.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now, what are you doing in my yard?
Let's see. Oh.
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
Oh.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat.
Kinda
Just
figured.
get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly pock floozy.
Mhm.
That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio. A variety of liquor bottles, all empty. It was a full glass of whiskey. It was the same folder that Madovsky had taken from his cupboard. It was the only lead to the painting we had. I needed to look inside. But Hobbs was watching it like a hawk.
Hmm. So his whiskey bottle. So if he runs out of whiskey, he can obviously do something about that.
It was a full glass of whiskey.
negligee. Okay, do I have to do something? See, now we have to play a waiting game with this whiskey glass.
A gaudy pink negligee. Huh. It didn't seem like Hobbs's style.
Yeah, I get that.
The thermostat looked older than the building itself.
Hey! Leave that dial alone.
Oh.
The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Oh.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again. Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting.
I don't know how. How am I supposed to get him to, you know? Let's see if I can try and.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off!
Sorry.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
It was a full glass of whiskey.
All right.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Okay.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Ah.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way. It was a half-full glass of whiskey.
Ah. Okay.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Hey, told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
Okay.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go.
Okay.
I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Okay, well, first off, give him a little more whiskey.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
The fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing sound. It should have been condemned years ago. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. The stereo was switched off. Adjusting the volume wasn't going to make any difference.
No.
I turned the volume up a few notches. Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams.
Let's see if we can talk to him now.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be sprawled naked on that rug with the family jewels out.
Yeah, well, about that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions first?
Well, mate, a model who's shy and chatty. It must be my birthday.
How long have you been using Lady Piermont as a model?
Using her? I can't get rid of her.
Yeah, about this naked sprawling...
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
No, it's just...
First time? Little embarrassed? Well, if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a saying in the Snow Martin family. If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on. But I thought you were a restorer, but you're working on this painting from scratch.
Well, yeah. Look, sometimes I want a painting that they don't own, restored from scratch, if you know what I mean.
Ah.
No, I don't.
Don't worry, sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
So, what's in the folder that you're so touchy about?
Little boys should keep their noses out of other people's business. Understand?
Totally.
I've got my eye on you, pal.
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
You know Madovsky?
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
Ah.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
There's one last thing I have to talk about.
I hear you did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris.
I might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the paint in every brushstroke.
I'll let you get back to your painting.
You too, Carl.
Okay.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
I have to look up when we first met her now.
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
Okay.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Malédiction?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Oh boy.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod and I'm putty in your hands.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
Okay.
That's all for now. It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors.
Okay.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
Yeah, actually, with everything on, it could trip up the system. Let's talk to Lady Piedmont again. I don't remember which adventure we met her in, though. The first
A
one?
word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
So we are going to get down to some serious brass tacks here.
Oh, not again.
That's going to keep him distracted. Ah, shit.
This is going to be one of those days.
A straw had broken the camel's back. Hobbs was very drunk. turned the volume up a few notches.
Let's try and do this again.
Now was my chance. It was one of Hobbs' sketches. More of Hobbs' sketches. The model looked familiar. Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Maledictio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. What the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Maledictio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more.
Uh-huh.
I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Let's keep with the soft
We're not
approach.
accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Huh.
Tell me about the symbols in La Maledictio.
Yeah.
Very Christian, deeply religious, but not exactly orthodox.
The sort of thing that would upset a priest? There was one at the gallery telling everyone how evil it was.
As I said, it's not exactly orthodox, and the church can be very touchy about orthodoxy. Especially now they can't just burn anyone they disagree with.
Yeah.
Why would anyone want to steal La Maledictio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
We have reason to believe that Madovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Maledictio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Madovsky is not the real owner.
He'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Madovsky mention it?
Yeah.
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
Short flight later, so we are now back in France. Nico's apartment, Bijou's apartment, Navira, gallery. But I don't think we're going to get into the reconstruction right now.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
But I think this would be a good place to save the game. Well, if you've made it this far, please put in the comments scary nude. And let's just see. So we have Hobbs now. Sadowski, of course, Shears. And we also added Miss Piermont. Oh, she was in the first game. Yeah, she can be relied in a tight spot. But as I said, we'll continue that next time. Let's take a look at our achievements here. Look at what we've gotten now. We entered, got that one in. Russian. Water of Life. But next time we are going to, quote, recreate this scene. Yep. Maybe it's going to lead us to more stuff. But until then, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and check out all the videos I have. They premiere every day at 3 p.m. in a 2-week cycle. And I work through various series, libraries, franchises, and that. Besides this, I'm working my way through the Heretic Hexen series, currently on Hexen. Working my way through, well, I finished Escape from Mistwood Mansion, and I'm going to be moving on to a game from Blumhouse. And then next things to get this one's already set up, and I have other games that I've picked up that, well, when I finish something, they'll replace. Working my way through, I do run through the game of Monstrum. I'm working my way through the Alien Breed series, currently on the 3rd game, Descent. It's the last one, too. Working my way through Quest for Glory as a Magic user playthrough, currently on Wages of War. Working my way through the Sinking City. I'm also working my way through Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer, and a bunch of others that premiere in the 3 p.m. time block. I also have videos that premiere weekly at 10 a.m. Time of recording. Sundays and Mondays are open. Tuesdays are reserved for fic readings. Wednesday, one of the first 7 Final Fantasies, first 3 Final Fantasy Legends, or Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. Thursday is usually for Dead by Daylight. Friday usually for a fighting game, ladder or story mode, and Saturday usually for a retrospective. For a game or series of beating the story mode on. So, until next time, I'd like you all to take care and have fun. Bye all.